Good morning, everyone. I am at Ducks Hill Road, which is between Ruislip and Northwood. I'm at the northern end of the borough of Hillingdon. I'm at the posh end, so they have posh rubbish up here, you know. So welcome along. Thank you for joining me today. I am about 9 miles from home, but I'm very familiar with this area because I used to go along the road I'm going to clean, which is called Ducks Hill Road. I'm going to do a quacking job on Ducks Hill Road. Come on guys, get with it. Quacking job, quacking job. So welcome along, and let's see what we get when we're not in my usual spot, shall we say. So just interested to know. As I said, I came along this road for 20 years on the school run. One other thing I want to say is I broke the 1,000 subscriber mark today, and I woke up this morning and I saw I was over 1,000 subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining me. It's really perked me up, actually. I mean, it's 1,000 subscribers. Wow, I've only been going like 6 and a bit months. So I'm just so grateful that you're joining me on this journey. There's one other thing I want to put to bed just before I start and walk up Cardiac Hill, which is, it's no secret that I'm moving to the USA later this year. It isn't a secret, it's been well known. But the channel's going to continue, guys. It'll continue over there, and I plan to make plenty of trips back. I'm making 3 trips back a year. So whilst I'm back, I'm sure Blighty will have plenty of rubbish for me to pick up. So although I'm going somewhere, the channel's going nowhere, guys, just to lay that fear to rest. Anyway, let's crack on with it. Let's go and have a walk up Cardiac Hill. Gonna have some film reviews, some interesting facts, and a load of old waffle. So let's go, guys. Let's get to work. Right guys, that's bag 2. I've reached the top of Cardiac Hill. I feel like I'm gonna have one. Just looking back a bit, I know we got the sun in our mush, so I won't do that for too long. So basically what we are is we're either side of Ruislip Woods. Used to do a run actually and make my way through the woods, and then this side of it's called Mad Best Woods, and that side of it's Ruislip Woods. Done many a cross-country race in either years ago when I'm a knee-height to grasshopper, as our friends up north would say. So I know it's a bit grubby coming back, because Andrew from Hillingdon Litter Pickers told me about it, and I saw it myself last week, and I dropped Lauren for a driving lesson. So I'm sort of halfway between Ruislip and Northwood. As I said, I am very familiar with the area. It's a sort of home away from home for me. So just off camera there when I took it off. Oh, that didn't go the way I planned. Oh, there it is. When I took it off Benny Hill mode, super Benny Hill mode, hill being the optimate word for that, when I took it off time-lapse mode, I got some guy pull over in the car and said, "Oh, you got any bags to spare, mate?" I gave him 3 and he starts getting upset with me. "Is that all you can spare?" I said, "Look, mate, I'm a volunteer, I'm trying to clean the road, not service you. Like it or lump it, ungrateful old codger." So anyway, let's not let him put me in a bad mood. I think what I might do one day is come up here with Andrew from Hillingdon Litter Pickers and actually get in the other side of the fence here and give it all a good clean. Anyway guys, so what we've been up to. So as I said on my intro, 1,000 subscribers. Delighted about that. That's really put a spring in my step today. 1,000 subscribers. So don't think I've got a film review today guys, as such. Not a new one. I said if I didn't have a new film I would waffle on about some of my all-time favourites, so I've got one of them to talk about today, and a couple of other things I've been up to regarding films. I'll tell you what, let's make a start on one of them, because this could be a long video today. So so I've got to be careful because I'm at a right angle here. End up breaking my bleeding leg falling down that. So let's talk about one of my favourite films, which actually only came out in 2017, and I watched it at the weekend again. So I watched a film called sorry, that's put a hole in the bag. I watched a film called, put the icon up, Loz, icon, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. So if you've not seen this film guys, I think it came out in 2017, could be 2018, I'm not entirely sure. It's beep, 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 beep. So I just watched this for the first time when I was on an aircraft. When I got to the other end of the destination, I think I went to Cyprus to visit a friend who lived out there, and I said to him, "Oh, let this bloke go fast. Go on, mate, them trainers ain't going to stay very clean. Those white trainers, they'll be rotten by the time he finishes." Anyway, where was we? Oh yeah, 3 Billboards, Ebbing, Missouri. So when I got to Cyprus, I said to my mate, "Wow, what's a tremendous film." So I'd never heard of it. Anyway, let's wave to the crews. Morning. Get their attention so they can pick up my bags later. So yeah, 3 Billboards out of Ebbing, Missouri. So it's just a really good film. It's just a great story. If you've not seen it, I won't ruin it too much, but the lady's daughter's murdered, and she finds these billboards and advertises why the police have sort of given up on the case. I'll leave it at that, because if you haven't seen it, you've really got a treat to look forward to. So I watched that again on Sunday, and then I also watched, I gave up with the football on Sunday. I thought I'm having a day off from football. I'd been to see the mighty Fulham. Who are you, Whites? And there's only so much football I can handle, especially when I go to football. So I just decided I would watch a couple of movies. And what also caught my eye was a film called, it's coming out soon, called Den of Thieves 2. I'll put the icon up for it. I don't know when it's getting released in the cinema, but by the time this video's out, it might be out. It's called Den of Thieves 2. But I watched the original Den of Thieves again, which I enjoyed. Go on, Barry! Oh, Barry's taking it easy at the moment. Oh, Barry Schumacher. You can tell he wants to let it go. Oh, I missed that. Talking about Barry Schumacher, I missed it. So you will get a few Barrys along here, I can assure you. Oh, Barry Schumacher. Someone asked me recently why it's Barry Schumacher. And I've decided I'm not going to reveal it. So I listened to Chris Evans once on the radio, and he said, once you reveal something, it's never the same. So, go on, Barry! There's one, look, go on, Barry! And another, go on, Barry! It's a 40-mile-an-hour road, they're doing about 80. You will get a few down here. Walking back, I'm going to have to be deadly dug careful. So, where was I? Sorry guys, I'm already losing the plot. Got a lot to go through today. So Den of Thieves 2 is coming out. I thought, I'd like to see that. I remember watching Den of Thieves and enjoying it. So I watched that again as well, Den of Thieves. And I forgot about the twist in the film. Again, I won't ruin it if you've not seen it, but it's a good film. Bit of violence here and there, but it's a good film. So if you've not seen 3 Billboards out of Ebbing, Missouri yet, although it must be a good 6 years old at least, I recommend you go and find it on one of these film channels and watch it. It's a real treat. And then Den of Thieves, yeah, if you've not seen it, it's okay. It's a good action movie. It's got a good story behind it. It's not one of these action movies, it's all wham bam, thank you ma'am, and that's it. Or special effects. So yeah, if you get a chance to watch them, guys, watch them, you'll enjoy them. You've got my recommendation, okay? In the meantime, let me just keep walking down the road. I'm having a bit of a moment at the moment. I'm having a sugar low. I just feel like I need a biscuit or something. I did have a little breakfast. I had a few bits of toast, but whew, I'm gassed out already. Cardiac ill's done me in. All right, guys, I'll catch you up the road. Which is strange. Not felt like this for a long time. Well, I'm about 40 pounds heavier than what I used to be. I've had all the pies. I've had all the pies. So, just going to walk a little bit slower at the moment. Till I just have to go through it. It's like hitting the wall in the marathon. You just got to try and go through it. But that's how I feel, like I've hit the wall in the marathon. I know one thing, there's loads going back. Going back is much, much worse. Right, let's keep battling. What I was going to say, let's throw in some interesting facts, guys, because I haven't got any film reviews as such. So, I know a few of you liked my interesting facts on one of my videos around Christmas time. So, a plethora of interesting facts today. It's a good word, that, isn't it? Plethora. Who came up with that word, I wonder? We'll call something that's many plethora. I mean, who thought of that? They all sitting around the table and they're like, let's think of a word that means lots. I've got an idea. What's that? Let's call it plethora. Good one. Right, we're done. Let's go home and have our dinner. Great one, plethora. Write it down. Plethora. Anyway, so we have a plethora of interesting facts, so we better start them. Here, let's start with the first interesting fact today. The longest line on the London Underground is the Central Line. I'll put a little map of it up. You see it there. That's the Central Line. It crosses from West London right over to sort of northeast London. So on the map it's also the Red Line. Anyway, that's the Central Line, and it is 46 miles long. That's the longest line on the London Underground. I'm not quite sure how many stations the London Underground has. It's 290 odd, I think, off the top of my head, but I'll flash it up on the screen because I'm probably wrong. But I know the New York subway has many more stations. There's about 400 and something. So we'll flash it up on the screen as well. Obviously the London Underground was the first underground railway to be built in a city. So its longest line, as I said, is the Central Line. I'll just flash a little picture up of the map of the New York subway. I think they have the most amount of rail, as I said, about 400 miles, but I might be wrong. There might be somewhere in the Far East now that's overtaking it. So I'll check it up while I'm editing and let you know. And I know on some of my other interesting facts, a lot of you like the maps superimposed one over the other. So here's one of the United States superimposed over Europe. As you see, it's a big place. I'll just leave it up on the screen a minute so you can have a good look at it. That's the United States imposed over Europe. And then there's another one which I quite liked myself, which was Australia, and it's superimposed over Brazil. Of course Australia sort of stands out on its own. Well, it is big, let's not argue about it. It's a very big place. But I suppose because it's a massive island on its own, it looks really, really, really big. Well, it is, but my point being, Brazil sits on the continent of South America. And when you impose Australia over Brazil like this, you see that Brazil is probably equally as big, if not a little bit bigger. So that's a scale one there, which I know a lot of you find quite interesting. On the way back, I'll put a few more up, guys. In the meantime, I've just got to get up to here. This is my turnaround point, this bus stop up here, so I'll just keep waffling on in the meantime. This is bag 4, by the way. I expect a good 8 going back. As I said, my plan is just to walk and then just dump them on this side. And when I'm going back, again, my plan is just to cross back over, find the old Barry Schumacher's, and then just dump them all this side so the crews can pick them up. So we're coming up to Northwood, guys, and whatnot. You don't get much change out of £1.5 million for a house up here. Some of them are sort of even more, a lot more. And then you've got Moor Park as well, which is very exclusive. I mean, they sort of start from about 4 million up in Moor Park. So this is as far as we're going, guys. We're the woods end. Now we're going to turn back slowly and surely. So we've walked about 1.5 miles back. I'm pooped at the moment. I'll catch you on the other side of the road. Right, guys, I've made the turn back. Now this side, as I said, is much worse. This is stuff that's just chucked out of car windows. And basically just forgotten about. So I've done 4 bags so far coming up here, but it's going to get a whole lot worse now. For some reason, having a first time I've ever found a spring to a car before. For some reason, having a grass wooded area here, some of these idiots just think that, oh, that's a good enough excuse just to throw their crap out their car. Just take it home, you moron. Put it in the bin. It's really not rocket science. So I'm expecting a few walking back, guys. It's a long walk back. I'm starting to feel a little bit better though. I've gone through that what should we call it, like a washed out phase. I'm just gonna have to change this bag in a sec. Wow, that's got heavy quickly. So this is bag 5, guys. I thought I did see a lot of this last week, so I knew I was probably going to get 10 to 12 bags. We'll see. I'll have to put this over the other side of the road, guys. That spring's so heavy. It's gone through the bottom of the bag. I'll meet you in a minute. There's tons of it here, guys. This video could be 10 hours long. Wow. So this is bag 6. Hang on, 4 coming up, and that one I've just dropped off not long ago with the spring in it. 5. Yeah, this is bag 6, guys. I've got to be really careful because this embankment's got all roots and all sorts of stuff down it. Oh god. Oh, look. There you go, look. That's why I've got to be careful. I nearly fell on my face there. Might improve my looks if I did, but I don't really want to be going up and down this embankment forever. If it's too far in, it's going to have to just get left. Just doing what's on the peripheral is bad enough. It's just morons throwing McDonald's out the window and whatnot. Food waste, look. Don't want it in their car, as I said, so just gets launched out the window. Bloody bucket in here. There's a hole in the bucket. Dear laser, a hole in the bucket. Dear laser, a hole. Oh, that stinks. That water's been there ages. Stagnant. Oh look, thrown it in there, it's gone right back there. That's an absolute Charlie. Stay there. I think I'm going to need another bag, guys, in a sec. Punching my way through them now. I've only done about 250 yards. I've done 2 more bags. Let's just keep going. Let's have another interesting fact, guys. Interesting fact. We was on Australia, I think, earlier. So let's superimpose Australia over Canada. And there you go. That gives you a scale of Australia superimposed over Canada. And then there's another one with Australia. I said it's already been superimposed over Brazil, but that was just the 2 countries on their own. When you put it on the actual continent of South America and then superimpose it, you can see how big South America is. I'll just leave that picture up as well a minute so you can just take it in. Whew. I think I'm going to dump this bag, guys. Just fill it up and dump it over the road. So that's bag 6. Let's just drop it over the road, guys, and then we'll come back to my interesting fact. So this is sort of like a sort of semi-rural road, guys, this Ducks Hill Road. I'll put the map up of it again just to show you what I'm doing. Doesn't actually show you I'm actually going further than what that map suggests. So it's about 3 mile walk in the end. I'm still feeling a little bit funny again, just like that washed out feeling. Should have got myself an apple turnover. I did go to the baker's, but it was closed. Don't know why that was, but never mind. It was my plan to actually just get something. I think what I'll do in future is just put a pack of emergency biscuits in the car. I got stuck in traffic once. I went to golf in Bracknell, and on the way home I had the choice of going up the M3 to the M25 or going up the M12, just through sort of Bracknell way and up to the M4. I thought, well, I'll take the M3 because it was a slightly shorter route. Got stuck in traffic for 7 hours. There's been a crash on the motorway, didn't move for 7 hours. I mean, your dignity goes out the window when you're stuck on the motorway for 7 hours. You need a pee, you just have to go for a pee. There's nothing you can do about it. I don't think people care, to be honest. Everyone's like, I just need to go and have a pee. There's no shame in having a waz with onlookers. Anyway, but from that day onwards, I put a little box in the back of my car and I put an emergency coat in it, and that's come in handy a few times. A few times I've gone to Fulham and I'm like, oh, I ain't got my coat, but I've got the emergency coat. So that has come in handy, and I carried a few biscuits and whatnot, but obviously I haven't had the car long. I've only had the car about 2 weeks, and I haven't got round to redoing my emergency box, shall we say. Turning right, you knob. Just wait a minute. Bibbing this guy. The guy's turning right and he's bibbing him, look. What can he do? So impatient, ain't they? Look at him. What a Charlie. What an absolute Charlie. Anyway, so yeah, I think I'm gonna just, when I get home later, I'm just gonna go and, I've got to do a few things on that car. Haven't checked the oil on the water properly yet. Oh, look at this. God, who does this? So when I do all that later, I'll top up my emergency supplies. Come in handy, especially on these longer walks. I haven't even put an emergency few quid in it as well, just for car parks or whatever. You just put a few quid in like the glove compartment in case you ever need like a bit of change for a car park or something. I'll get there, guys. I'll do it later. I promise I'll do it later. So this is bag 7. Let's just fill it up. Then what I'll do is I'll walk along a bit. Right, I think that'll do there, guys. Actually, no, let's see if I can get that one. That one's looks empty. If I can get that in there, I'll be happy. I'm about a third of the way back. Right, there you go, guys, bag 7. Let's put it over the road and keep going. Right, guys, I'm halfway through bag 8 already. I told you I'd get more coming back. Let's speak about what I've done over the weekend, litter picking wise. I'm going to flash up a few pictures, guys. And this was something I'd done at Saturday. I went down to Ballsbridge Tesco's and gave the roundabout and the bypass there a bit of a clean up. So no, I tell a lie, that was Sunday. I done that Sunday. on Saturday I done my usual cross route, as I like to call it, and when I spoke about and said it looks like a sort of cross if you were to look down on it in the map. So I'll flash up some pictures from those 2 litter picks, because on the 2 litter picks I got just shy of 40 bags. Yeah, 40 bags. Obviously I'm not doing those routes as often as I used to, because obviously I'm making the YouTube videos, so they tend to take me away from home. I occasionally put the odd video in at home. I think the last video I done was a local one, wasn't it, where I got called to work last week halfway through the video and then came back and done it. But it's very rare that I put in a local one. Wow. Beep, 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 beep. Anyway, so this is bag 8 coming up to be filled. So yeah, these are pictures that have I done at the weekend on one of my litter picks, and I'm pleased I've done it. I am actually doing that cross route again tomorrow, and just while I'm at it, I done, see how far if I can get this bag up to that bag that I done. I think that's bag 2 over the road. No, that'd be bag 3 over the road. So, wow, this is bringing back some memories. You see it goes down that trail for about half a mile. We used to do reps along here with a big hill finish. We actually finished here. That gate that you can see in front of us wasn't there. So we used to do about 10 reps, really hard, pushing it all the way to here with a incline at the end. And then sort of a, I wouldn't say a jog back, but a recovery back at a much slower pace, about 8-minute miling. And then do it again. We used to do 10 of them. My coach was he didn't take excuses. You have to thank him. Now looking back on it, you look at, he gave up all his time for free to coach a group of about, oh, I don't know, there must have been 12 of us at one stage. But this was some of our winter training, to come in here and build up your stamina and endurance and whatnot. So those were the days. Of course, I'd love to have one day of that again. Just one day of it, that'd be fantastic. Right, not going to make it to that, guys. Oh, maybe I am. Don't be such a loser, Gerard. It's just there's more stuff. I'll tell you what I'll do. That's just going to make me too heavy. I'll come back to it. I am winning though, guys. I'm winning. I'm just putting these little odds and sods, cross over, and then this is bag 8 completed. Let's get in front of this. Oh no, don't risk it. It's not the sort of place I can risk getting across. Right, let's just get over, guys. Dump this. This is bag 8. That's bag 3, and I'll catch you in a minute again. There, guys, there's bags 3 and 8. So 3 walking up here, 8 walking back. I've just gone and got all that stuff that I said I'd get. So I don't know when this was last litter picked. I did litter pick this road, it must have been 3 years ago. But as I said, it's sort of 8 to 9 miles from home from me, so it's not a sort of place I get to that often. But I definitely done it, because I remember seeing another litter picker who was out at work in his lorry, Dave. I think I mentioned Dave when I done that 50th video of mine. He helped me clean that spot. When I said over a course of time, we moved about 85 bags out of that spot on Shepperton Lane, and ever since I've just sort of keep on top of it every few months. Anyway, guys, let's have another interesting fact. So, interesting fact. The reason I mentioned South America on my last interesting fact was the fact that Argentina is also a huge country down at the bottom of South America, and just can't get to some of this, guys. Just defeated by the brambles. Ooh. I wonder who's on that helicopter. Looks like an important one. Chugging along. Nice. Anyway, let's keep going. Just get down there. Well done. Oh crap, look. I picked it up and I've dropped it even worse place than where I was. Oh, yeah. The thorns just grab hold of everything. That's the problem. Right, let's just be careful. Oh, Barry ain't going to be slowing down for me. One good thing about this time of year, guys, you can see it when it's chucked so violently out of the window that it sort of sits in the bushes. Now the leaves have died off, you can see it. Hence you just saw me getting one there, which probably, had I done this in the summer, I'd have zero chance of doing. So that's quite handy. This is bag 10, by the way, guys, bag 10. Right guys, there's bag 10 and that's bag 1 that I done on super fast forward mode coming up the hill. I've got the luxury of walking down the hill this time. So 10 bags done, guys. Probably just over half a mile to go, maybe half a mile. Definitely winning. It's not been too bad a litter pick, but it's just the fact that I'm feeling gassed out that's made it difficult for me. Just completely out of energy. Really out of energy. Never mind, I'll be home in an hour. This side of the road, walking on this, it's like quicksand. I'm just sinking straight into it. I think these will be back in the washing machine. I've only just taken them out. I've had them on the radiator for a couple of days, just drying out. Anyway, never mind. Let's do a couple more interesting facts, guys. Let's do some big cat interesting facts. So here you go. Here's one that a lot of people don't actually know. So in the US, they call this cat a cougar, but the rest of the world calls it a panther. So a cougar and a panther are effectively the same breed of cat, which is not a well-known fact. I mean, it's definitely a fact though. While we're on the subject of big cats, let's go the big three and how much they weigh. So in third place for size is a jaguar. really powerful jaws on the Jaguar, and they go up to about I think they go up to about 250 pounds. I might be slightly wrong. It'll come up on the screen now, guys. I know it's quite a big cat, so they're certainly over 170 pounds. Oh, that's got narrow. We're walking the road a bit. So that's in third place for size, the Jaguar, South American cat. And then second place for size is a lion. Now a male lion can get up to about 500 pounds probably, maybe slightly over. I'm doing it from memory, guys, but the fact will come up on the screen now, so you can see that a lion is around the 500 pound mark. But the biggest cat of all is the tiger. Now I'm not sure if the Bengal tiger and the Siberian tiger are different sizes. I'm not sure which one's the bigger of the two, but I know these go up to about 600 odd pounds. One of these two species of tiger, I think it's the Siberian tiger. Now the lion has got the reputation of king of the cats. But in reality, I think tigers are bigger and heavier, and they fight. When they fight, they use both front feet. They sort of stand on their back feet and use both front feet. Do us a favour, mate, would you? Can you just get that for us? Thank you, mate. That's gone forever. Oh, I can get it from there. Thank you, mate. Cheers. So yeah, so when tigers fight, they tend to stand on their back legs and fight with both of their front feet off the ground, where a lion will have 3 feet planted on the ground when it gets into a fight, say with another lion. And it's definitely a disadvantage to the tiger if they have like a bit of fisticuffs, shall we say, when they are kept in captivity together. There's a little bit of argy-bargy, shall we say. So who would win? The lion's more aggressive. A lion is more aggressive. A tiger's bigger. So it's probably 6 of one and half a dozen of the other, truth be known. I'm sure in a confrontation, but the Jaguar has got the most powerful jaws of all the cats. One of them bit you, you say, oh, that hurted. My Lauren used to say that when she was little. Hurted. Oh, it hurted. And everything for her was £2 as well. Lauren, how much does a brand new house cost? £2. And how much does a brand new Ferrari cost? £2. Oh, there's the crew just going by. Maybe they'll start seeing my bags, start picking them up. Bag 11, guys. Bloody heavy. There is a bin down here. I'm going to get it to this bin. Oh dear, my eyes are weeping as well. Late January, still quite cold, but a nice day today. I picked up a bit there and dropped it. What a plonker. What an absolute plonker. So it's been an interesting litter pick, guys. Different area, a few miles from home. Gonna do a few litter picks as well outside of where I live. Shortly I'll be doing one in California, because I'm going over to see little baby George with some air miles I've got to burn up. Use them or lose them sort of thing. So keep your eyes out for them. I wonder if it will come out. I'm stuck in the fence. So yeah, I'll be doing that, and then I'm going to go and do a couple of litter picks around the country. want to get up to where my mum used to live in Clacton, maybe do the beach area before the summer really takes off, and maybe meet up with Walk Littlest. He doesn't live too far away from me, so we're going to try and arrange a video together with him over in Chertsey Way, which is Woking Way, which isn't that far from me, and then a couple up north in the north of England. All being well, I'll arrange them. You know who I mean. I won't say any names, but you know who I mean. Go up to north. Do some lovely jam tarts in the north of England. I think I've mentioned it before. So let's have a couple more interesting facts, guys, before we come to an end, because we're right near the end now. There's the garage where we started. So down here, down this road, is the famous rice. Thank you, mate. Down that road there on my left is the famous Ruislip Lido. Just down that road, you can do the entrance to it. Oh look, there's a bin here. I'll use it for the moment and keep waffling. So while I'm changing the bag, let's have an interesting fact, guys. So interesting fact is a lightning bolt is 5 times hotter than the surface of the sun. So the surface of the sun is about 6,000 degrees, but a lightning bolt can get to 30,000 centigrade. That's quite hot. That cook your Christmas dinner quite quickly. So I'll leave that up on the screen a minute so you can have a look at it. 30,000 degrees, mind-boggling, isn't it? The temperatures involved. I'll put a bag on. I've not got far to go. If I don't use it, I'll use it tomorrow. Just quickly as well, while I'm here, I'll flash up a couple of pictures from my little pick of Dawley Road yesterday as well. Didn't find any money on it this time, so but I'll just put some pictures up of Dawley Road as well. What I've done yesterday. So I think in the last 3 days going local, I've done about 45 bags. I think in the last 3 days. Got something like, yeah, I got a lot on Sunday going down to Ballsbridge Tesco's. I got a few on Saturday, about 10, and then I got about 12 yesterday. So last interesting fact of the day, guys, this lady will look like me, like I've probably got 3 heads, is since yesterday, whatever time it is you're watching this video, let's say it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon where you live. Just get that one, mate. That'll bug me. Since 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon, wherever you are, whatever time it is, you've travelled 2.5 million kilometres. Yep. Earth has moved through space in 24 hours, 2.5 million kilometres. Now, I'm not really into kilometres. It's not my unit of measurement. So I'll do it in real money. It's about 1.8 million miles, guys. We've travelled through space since just the last 24 hours, and we're doing it every day. I'll put the little thingy up on the screen so you can read it. Right, guys, I think I'll call it a day there then. So 11 and 1/20th of a bag. I'll leave this bag, I won't waste it, I'll take it to the car. So we're back to the beginning, guys. That's my very first bag, actually. That bag on top of the hill must have been bag 2. That's my very first bag over there. So, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the interesting facts and whatnot. Just wait for these vehicles to go past. I just want to say thank you for subscribing. 1,000 subscribers. I'm absolutely elated about that. I am absolutely elated about that. Keep subscribing, please. Keep watching. Thank you for everything. I think we're becoming like a little family, really, aren't we, in a way? So, yeah, well, what more can I say? A family all around the world. Fantastic. Thank you, guys. I'm going to sign off before I start blubbing. I don't really blub, but I'm touched. I'm normally as hard as nails. I don't do blubbing, but I am touched. So, I'm going to sign off, guys. So thank you very much for watching, and you know what I'm going to say, don't you? Using my bag. Catch you on the next one. Is that Andrew over there driving the bus? No, it isn't. He said he'd be passing. He drives a bus now, Andrew does. So let's do it again, guys. Catch you on the next one.